Hey everybody, it's Gunny here, and today we're going to talk about the Lunatic quest for Rugal, or rather the Lunatic level, difficulty level for Rugal quest, and see what the heck is going on. Why you probably can't do it. This video is really for the average player, although you're going to find out that yeah, you can't really be average for this quest. This quest is really designed for the super, I don't want to say whale, but this is for the player with some good old collabs at a high level, because otherwise you're not doing this. So if you look at, I'm going to give shout outs to Bangalon, and even if you've been watching the loop there, I'm even going to switch over to Timo, and you're going to see if there's any different, and then we're going to talk about what exactly is going on and how this is all working. Right. But one of the things that you might know is, as I said, first of all, is that you're going to need collab characters. You're going to need basically Mai. Mai is a star player in this quest. You're going to need Athena for the Starlight. You can do it with Liz, but you really need to use her only for the Starlight and then switch out to your other high-powered damage characters. And frankly, the other person I think that's going to be good is going to be Rachel. So, hope you had fun looking at that. Now we're going to talk about what exactly is going on. Alright, first of all, let's have a look at what the other guild members have been using. So, as you can see, Rex start up there with Mai and Athena and Eileen. All 3, 4 and 3. Not bad. Got Dellen's as a striker. And yeah, we're going to look at these strikers in a second, but you'll see quite a lot of these all the time in the team combinations. Inti's up here. Got Mai at 3-star, Liz at 3-star, and Rachel at 5-star. And remember that collabs are easier to upgrade because you just need to sacrifice some other fezzes and you'll get there. But the signature special, and of course, yeah, you can also use Omega Battle Syndrome Rugal, but again, you can't level them up. If you didn't summon for them, you don't get them. That's it. But they may well be coming back if you want to hold on until then. And as you can see over here, Gainit's 5-star Gainit's, 5-star Ash, and 5-star Betty over here, Christmas Betty for Rachel. Quite an interesting choice. And as you can see, 192 damage. If you look at the reward info, what you need to do if you want to get the max reward is with one key, you want to get a minimum of 180. If you can do more than that, that's great. Then maybe you'll have a spare key, and then maybe you can go back to the other levels and do expert and help everyone else out trying to complete that, and therefore multiply your rewards. But just to finish off, Mr. Rexpleti has got Mai at 3-star, Rachel at 3-star, Athena at 3-star, and 3-star Cure, 1-star Liz, and 3-star Cooler, and 195 damage, and that's good enough. Again, this video is really about getting the average kind of player to get past this quest. As you may have seen, not really average, I would say, because I managed to get a 5-star Athena with the help of my donators. But frankly, in retrospect, well, I'm not saying no, but really a 3-star Mai would have been a lot better. This game is rigged. It's clearly gacha. It's clearly designed for the newest fighters to get the best rewards. So I've tried Gainit's, you know, it doesn't make sense. The damage output for Mai is absolutely ridiculous. She's absolutely insane. That's just how it is. And the next batch of fighters, of course, we're looking forward to the collab right now. I'm sure they're going to be just as good. So the older characters they're just out as far as I could tell. No, you'll need a collab character minimum for this, I think. Or maybe there's something. Please let us know in description, in the comments, if you found something. But I want to tell you now about the cards I've been using for this. So, as you know, you've got the shine set, which can give you a random 70% damage, extra damage on landing a critical hit. You've got to be lucky to get that. Otherwise, I've used the Leah set. Leah set is okay. But the funny thing about this quest is that really you're not going to be doing the idea is you're not going to be doing more than one rotation of moves. You're going to be doing one rotation and then you're moving on. So in fact, it does. That's why I'm going for the Shine set now. Yeah. But I need to be lucky. You could use anything really for consistent damage, but really I think probably the Shine set or the Akane set is going to be better with a bit of luck. Now the option cards are very, very important, because when you're swapping out, when you're tagging out, you need some super armor, because Rugal is probably going to kick you in the face as you come down, unless you can time it perfectly, or as you come down, maybe activate a move that has super armor or hyper armor. Now, if you're lucky enough, you've got a nice my option card, which will give you super armor as soon as you tag in. The other option cards to use, I've got my 6-star card here, which gives her a critical boost of 8% if she gets a critical hit. So my exclusive. Again, cooldown cards are not really the point here. You're looking for super armor, protection, and extra damage. So other cards you could use, of course, are the, if you've got this, if you're lucky enough to get this, the collab card, 50% extra chance from Battle Syndrome Rugal. Any of the 6-star cards like the Cooler cooldown card, great stuff. Chill damage, doesn't matter, whatever, but it's 1.2 plus a CP. It's, you know, swings and roundabouts. It's going to be good. And of course, sorry to mention, of course, you've got to try and get the stones up as much as possible. It's all counting for damage. As a striker, Cure I think is the best choice. Again, you should stick on. I didn't even do this. I should. I don't have all day. I'm sure you don't either. But put on the highest CP cards that you can. Remember, it doesn't. You know, he's not going to use these skills. Skills don't transfer. But put on the highest CP cards that you can for these characters. For your striker, every little CP will count. Athena has the Athena set. I can't think of anything right now that could be better than this. The defense card from Vice will give it a little bit extra. The boost, as far as I could tell, and of course again another my option card, and also, well, you'll see this in a second actually when I go to Eileen. But some people like to use Cooler. I frankly, yes, Cooler's a good choice. Notice that Iori will give 10% of defense plus increase defense by 10%, so I'm thinking this will balance out. I haven't measured it, but frankly, between him and Cooler, Cooler give you 15% attack up, and frankly, I think whoever's got the highest CP out of these two should be the good choice. Use one of them. Whoever's got the highest CP and whoever's got the highest rating, use them. As you can see right here, I've got 38 for Yuri, 30 for Cooler, so I figured whatever, man, swings and roundabouts is going to be all right. Either way, they give a strength bonus, so whatever. Eileen. Now Eileen, I've put on again, what have I put here? I've actually tried with Eileen a few different things, and right now I've got the Akane set. As you may know, this set will give you a 30% chance to deal extra damage equal to 150% of attack upon landing the active skill. So again, bit of luck, you get some good damage. You don't really need the Leah set. But funnily enough, if we remove all the extra stuff, I think the Leah set actually has the highest damage consistently. But of course, you know, if you get lucky, Akane set will get the extra bonus. Shine set as well. So it's up to you how lucky you feel. If you're wanting to increase the chance of getting a critical hit, of course, if you've got the Gintama option cards, that's fantastic. And again, yeah, the Rugal option card would be great. Another thing you could do, if you're actually, just don't do it, right? Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, yeah, you could use the 7K option cards. They're quite good, but this one, if you compare this to the my one, this is actually not as good because it's actually 1 second. 1 second. The other one is 1.2. Although cooldown doesn't really matter, actually, now that I think about it. Let me just check. Attack by 10% when you come in. It's quite good. Versus attack by 13%. Nah, the my card's better. So if you've got that, great. If you've got 7k, well, use it if you don't have any other option. Other options you could think about, I want to just tell you, I've tried the Rio set. Nah. I've tried the Tekken set. Nah. You could be lucky. Tekken set is actually probably the next best thing, because this routine is really all about using supers. I'm going to get round to actually explaining what that means in a second, but right now we're looking at cards, of which cards to use. And no, that's it really. You're looking for wherever can max your damage. Cooldown's not important. Max your damage as much as possible. And secondly, after that would be PG gain, because a certain strategy for this Rugal includes PG gain. So if you've got anything that can increase your PG, apart from the Rio set, because that's rubbish, like for example this one, it might be a good idea. But yeah, I'm going to show you. So if we compare now to the card sets used in the videos, let's have a look. So if you saw on the Bangdolgom video, you've noticed that Bangdolgom is using the Serina set, which increases attack by 13% plus increases attack by 15% for 10 seconds and gains 10% power upon tagging in. So that's actually really, really useful and really going to make the difference to PG gain for Eileen, who's going to be doing a lot of supers in this run. So that's nice. Athena's, interestingly, Athena's got the Kaya set. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe Bangdolgom didn't get the Athena set, but the Kaya set is fine. As you can see, the Rugal card and the my card there. But of course, that's just relying on pure conversion damage from the Kaya set. Maxed out stones. I don't know if they're attack or defense. I have defense. It's quite interesting. Maybe attack would have been better, but I'm gonna at some point gotta compare. But people need to have a 5-star Athena and reach out to me if you've got a 5-star Athena. We will compare your sets. If you've got the whole attack set up, I've got the whole defense set up. So we'll see what actually comes to. Eileen there, and Eileen, as you can see, Eileen has the Serina set and the My special set. It's interesting that I've got the My card there because she doesn't get the My benefit there, but another My option card. And it's interesting, this game, it's interesting that this game, I don't know, feels like it was quite generous with the cards in comparison to the characters during the summons. You can watch them if you haven't seen it during my video collection. But the cards were quite generous. I got a lot of cards from the summons, but it's interesting because, yeah, those My cards are quite vital in this particular quest. So I'm wondering if this game, I wouldn't be surprised, this game was really engineered to, you know, to give you what you, not really give you what you need, but help you on your way if you spent a lot of rubies on that. So there you go for that. So if you haven't got a Serina set, you might find out this is already a lost cause. It's going to be really tough without that. And in comparison, let's have a look at Teemo's set. So as you can see here, oops, let's go back a bit. Back a bit more. So My has the Serina set as well with the Rugal and the My option card this time. My will benefit from the option card stuff. Fully maxed out stones. And got the 7k plus the Athena set, 7k option card plus the Vice option card. Nice. And there you see Eileen has the 7k set, so and the 7k option card. So, you know, it's not like this is a cancerous gacha game, but yes, it is. If you don't have collab characters, you are not going to get the best rewards this game can give you. And actually, what I wanted to look at, fully maxed out stones. I don't know if they're attack or anything, but I'm guessing that they are attack. Teemo pretty much said the attack stone setup was the best one. But it's interesting. Look, if you see, My here is level 50. Athena's level A3 at 30, and Eileen is 50. Whereas on Bangdalgon video, you've got 30, 30, and 50. You're like, what? And Bangdalgon got 879 million, while Timo got 700. You're just like, well, what? Hold on, what is going on, right? What is going on with this balance? I think, frankly, I mean, compared with, I don't know. I think it's really the amount of PG that's really making the difference in this rotation. So now, what I want to explain is how this rotation is actually working, right? So normally at the beginning, I think they're all going to do the same thing, right? You start off your match, and what's going to happen is Mai is going to do skills 1, 2, 3, and they're going to swap out. And before I do that, you might notice that the buttons for the strikers are on the left side. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Let me just go over here. It's basically control type C. But if you go over to options, not codecs, sorry. If you go over to options, go to settings, it's C-type. C-type over here. And this is important because when you're playing this quest, your eyes need to be everywhere. You need to be aware of everything that's going on. This is oh my gosh, this is a really hard quest. And it really needs you to be aware of your meter. It's like playing King of Fighters and having meter management. You really need to know what's happening in this quest. Right, let me show you what's going on. So when you're playing this stage, this quest, you need to be aware of where your striker buttons are, so you can press them with your other hand. And that's why C-type is a lot better, because it's on the left, so you can operate it with your thumb. The problem is you need to remember that the strikers actually change depending on who is actually in play at the time. This is really annoying, right? Because I want to press one place and press Athena and have the Athena at the same time. But no, when Athena comes in, and when Mai comes in, Athena will switch to a different position. You're just like, eh. So your eyes need to be going like this, right? You need to be watching on the meter as well, and also watching on your power meter, so rather your other buttons, so that you know when you can activate super. Right, hang on. So what we're going to do is have a look at the rotation and actually see this in play, and I'm going to talk about some of the situations where it goes completely wrong. Okay, so here's the perfect run, okay, with Bangdalgon's run. So you're going to start off one. Wow, it didn't even do 1, 2, 3. I always do 1, 2, 3, right? But Bangdalgon just did 1 and then switched out immediately. Okay, I'm going to explain why I do 1, 2, 3 and why I think it's important. But, there's the video. Just ignore what I'm saying. But why I do skill 1, first of all, is because skill 1 is going to give you that armor. I believe it's hyper armor. Yeah, it's hyper armor. And therefore, Rugal can do whatever the heck he likes. I press skill 1 and then I call in my Cure Striker for the extra little bit of damage. And I'm not sure Bangdalgon's going to do it actually, but let's see. Calls in a skill 1 and tags out immediately. It doesn't even bother with the striker. I go for the striker because it's a bit of extra damage, but time is everything, and yeah, it's actually going to cost you a split second. Do you want to have that split second? Okay, well, the proof is in the pudding, as we say. Technically, no, just go for skill 1. Okay, fine. Skill 1, switch out, and call in Athena next, right? Remember that you need to remember where Mai was, where Athena is. And as you can see here, Athena goes for skill 1 first. And it's interesting because I do skill 3 first. I don't know how these pros do it, because skill 3 for me gives you, again, the hyper armor, right? The teleport, hyper armor, and skill 1 is the skill that activates the Starlight. Now, the Starlight's really important because you need to bring down Rugal's bar so that you can blow him up, right? there are two ways to look at this, or three ways to look at this, or many ways to look at this. But the idea is you need to basically, number one, stop the time from going down. And you do that, of course, with supers. You've seen this in the Immortal quests all the time. Stop the clock. The second thing is the priority thing is to keep your characters, aka Mai and Eileen, keep them alive. And the thing to do to keep them alive is you need Athena to be on the screen when Rugal will break. And Rugal is going to break every 2 cycles. Now, what I understand, what Timo told me, is if you use any other combination of characters, Rugal is going to break every cycle. He's going to do an attack. He might walk backwards. He might do his invincibility shrug. But then he's going to break you. And when he breaks you, he's at a lunatic level. When he breaks you, he's going to hurt you, right? And that is the time when Athena is just going to be like, I'm a defense character. I'm a tank. I don't care. That's what you want to have. And so you'll see what's going to happen here is that the rotation of these combos is going to happen so that Athena is always there for that break. Now, as you can see here, Bandogom's gone for the Starlight. And going into skill 2 and then into skill 3 and then switched out. Okay. Now, pretty much what I've seen in everyone does this. With Eileen, when Eileen comes down, remember that when you tag, you've got that bit of invincibility. Well, not really invincibility. You've got super armor, so you're going to survive. So you can hit the skill 3. The skill 3 is great because it comes down in multiple hits. Very likely to have a critical somewhere, and then you go into skill 2. Eileen's moves actually take a long time. They really suck in that way, but they're multiple hits, and normally she's got super armor so she can survive. What we're looking for here, and what key, this is the key thing that happens so that whenever everyone else tries to copy this technique, it doesn't work, is that when she comes down, she gets the criticals, she gets the skills in there, she'll activate it, she'll get enough PG to go straight into a super. It's not going to happen if you don't have the 7K set or the Serina set. It's not going to happen. If you're lucky with Tekken, might work. If you've got some other PG cards or something, maybe, but not compared to the Serina set. So look, let's see. Skill 2, and then that's it. You've got the next skill, and you should pay it. This is again one of the things where you've got to pay attention to the bar. Right now, 30%, 24, 23, and now Bandogom's going to go into the core super, dashing across the screen, which should break the meter, break Rugal's meter, and then him, and then go for super, the free PG super. And I'm telling you, right. You're probably you can probably copy all of this up to this point and you'd be like, hold on, I have got no super, and then I've got no second super. I'm just sitting here hitting buttons. I'll show you in a second. Hitting buttons, nothing's happening, right? And I'm going to show you what to do in that situation. But then him a few times, bring in Mai, and because it's a first rotation, Rugal is not going to break. So you're like, okay, fine. Comes in, does super, smash, 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 call in Athena, stop the time, bring in a free PG, boom, and then basically after that, you're going to repeat. Let's just double check. Yep, there it is. Look, break the meter with Eileen with the first super, then call in the second super, and then what you... Now here's the dangerous part. Yes, this is it. This is the key part, right? Normally, what you want to do, if you know that Rugal's about to break, you bring in Mai, do the super, and tag out. Didn't do it. Okay, but there you can. You can tag out immediately at this point. Let me just show you, right? Right here, after the super finishes, mash the button for Athena. Actually, yeah, this is one of the problems, right? This is one of the problems in the loop, because Bandogom can't tag out. And this is one of the things that in the meter management is so important, because if you tag in too soon, you don't have enough time for Athena to recharge the call in time. So in fact, you're mashing on a button. There's nothing that's going to happen. Athena's not going to come. So Mai's going to take the hit, and frankly, that's not cool. That is going to hurt, and it's fantastic that look now Athena suddenly. Wait, hold on, what happened there? She had 4 seconds, and then suddenly it was boom. Huh? Okay, it was 4 seconds when we could see. Yeah, it was 4 seconds. Look, it was 4 seconds, and then the break just smashed it. Right, whatever. But that's the loop. Right, we're going to switch over because that's it. That's the loop. We're going to switch over to Teemo, see what's going on. I'm just going to hit a random spot because stuff happens. This is the thing with this game. It's like stuff can happen, right? Whatever. So here we go. Goes into super with Eileen. So what's going to happen next? Going to call in Mai. Boom, boom, boom. Here comes Mai. Hits the super. You can stretch it out a bit. You can wait till he's just about to expire that bar. You can wait just till the end because he will not. Rugal will not break this animation. He will not break the super animation. As soon as that's done. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, but you can call in. But yeah, call in Athena just after that point, unless you think you're in between the two cycles, right? If you're counting well, again, you've got to have awareness here. You've got to know when you've got like the Rugal will break, then the next time he won't break, then the next time he will break. If you can keep an eye on that, you're going to do great. Otherwise, just go with the the automatum, and that's it. So like I said again, let's see actually what Teemo did with the flow there. So Teemo goes for skill 3 like I do. Goes for skill 3 because you get the invincibility. Then you can go for skill 1. Then you can go for skill 2 because skill 2 has a chance to reset skill 1, and you can then you can you're going for the extra damage. Technically you could just tag out, but I'm like yeah. There it is. And as soon as you hit the Starlight, you need to do your super. And this is very important. The same thing with Eileen. This is very important. The last thing you want to do with Athena is skill 1, because skill 1 activates the Starlight and Rugal will take the most damage. And of course, you've got to do it quickly. So with the super, with her free PG super, it's like, well, maybe. But with Eileen, it's got to be instantly after skill 3. Bam, you've got to tag her in and do the moves. If you take too long, Rugal will just be like, nothing hurts anymore. And he'd be like, why isn't this working? Why am I not getting any damage? Why am I not doing anything? Why is Rugal not dying? It's because the debuff, the Starlight debuff has gone. I'll show you this as well. So here we go. Then you can do another rinse. There it is. Break the bar. And then, again, things happen. Things happen, right, in this quest. It's like, don't expect to get 700 million damage every single time. Stuff happens in this quest. It's not something you really want to do when you first wake up. But the way this game works, of course, you need to do it as soon as you wake up or when you're having breakfast, and hope you have a good run, because then you can just press the auto clear 4 times during the day and that's it. Nothing else to worry about. But if you mess this up, I know how you feel, and yeah, don't worry, it can happen. So as you can see there, Eileen got smashed, but Eileen managed to break and continues the cycle. So here we go. Got to call in Mai. Wait for a little bit longer, get a couple of extra hits in there, and let's see Athena come in now. Tag, 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 tag. There. That's it. See that? Athena's like, whatever. And now you can continue the cycle. Okay. I think that should be clear now. Okay. Now. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to show you my kind of pathetic average run in comparison. Okay, my characters aren't really that really low, but they're a bit more average in comparison to the top tier teams that you've just seen. Let's have a look how they fare in comparison. I'm going to give, of course, my wonderful commentary and analysis on what the heck is going wrong here. Okay, so we start off. Goes for skill 101. We're going to reset. And this time I'm going for super, right? This is not really part of the thing. But, you know, this will do. Oh, look, I got Rachel. So that's nice, isn't it? Right, goes for the super. And just to note, right, the theory, one of the theory, well, I think the theory behind doing a couple of moves and then tagging out for Mai is that you can actually then have a guaranteed super when she comes back in. That's actually smart. However, we'll see how this works. But when I come in, I tag and then I mash a bit and then I can manage to do it. But yeah, it's risky. So it's probably better to do skills first and not do the super. So Eileen comes in, tags out. And yeah, we do like to, well, some people like to do skill free just before tagging out. If your farms are fast enough, that's awesome. Here I'm doing a couple of hits first, and you might notice. Sorry, I have to pause. You might notice that actually the supers do about between 1 and 3, maybe 5, 6, on average about 1 million per super. Really, you look at the damage; it's about 1 million. And when you're doing special moves, the skills, when Rugal is burst, right? Each move can do about 1 million. So you're doing much more damage. But of course, while you're doing the damage, your clock is ticking down. So really what we want to do is stall the time. Gets the Starlight, gets hit, not a problem. And this is when you tag out. And here I'm going to go over a bit of damage. That's just really what I was talking about. And really what I should have done there is wait. But then again, I can't. So this is a good situation. I can't wait because in fact, yeah, Eileen needs to come in because we're worried about him breaking. So I'm just going to throw supers all over the place. This is terrible. This is, I mean, see, genocide. This is actually really bad. This is a really bad run. But with brute force and a bit of luck, we're going to do okay with damage. So I'm just messing about. It's really funny. Oh, and by the way, when he breaks, you can do skill free right there, and it will break out of it. And this is it just feels like a mess when you try to copy these these videos. Just like, what? Why is this not working for me? But anyway. So here should be good to tag into Athena. Please do it. Oh yeah, I'm just thinking about it instead. So you know, sometimes I think like I'm pressing the button, nothing's happening. But big fat farms or something. All right, fine, whatever. And like I said, this is the reason why I went to Type C after this, because having those striker buttons on left is much easier to handle than having them above everything else. I'm like, whoa, blimey, got to remember where these buttons are. And that's also a common problem. If you call in Eileen and your lightning goes in the wrong place, because Rugal stepped forward, like here, right? You normally come down, skill free. Bzzzt. Oh, great, fantastic. No, it's messed up. It's all gone to hell. See that? Look at the damage. Did you see the damage? Did you see that damage? Did you see the damage? I just got hit there. Look at the bar, right? I'm over here. I got 148k, and now I got 60k. That's half that, and the lightning still missed. Be like, what? Why? Why? Whatever. But don't worry, right? It's going to be fine in a second, probably. Just whack those supers out. Okay, I don't know what this guy's doing, right? This is terrible. Sort it out. I'm going to skip forward, right? So hopefully see this loop get actually decent. Right, so come in. And as you can see, this guy tries to do his invincibility. whatever. Here's have a free PG in your face. Bam, bam, bam. Don't mind, that's absolutely fine. Call in striker because I couldn't do it before. There's the skill 3. Actually hits. Should do the other super, but whatever. We're not breaking here, so that's it. Might as well just beat them up. Now at this point, I'm just like whatever. And you just get kicked in the face. And you'd be surprised, right? I've got 8 seconds. All of that, faffing about. Absolutely terrible run. And I've got 185. That's all I needed to do, right? For at least 1 key. Now, if you want to be super duper and get, you know, super maximum damage with 1 key, then you're going to need to have a fully buffed team. But the interesting part is it's fully buffed, but level 30 Athena, level 30 Mai, possibly level 20 Mai could do it. But your Eileen and your Rachel are definitely going to be, you need to be 5-star because in fact they are the damage dealers. They need to do the most amount of damage. Okay. Here I want to just show you a more later run where we try to use the more up-to-date strategies and a different card set. And you see I've got the cards over there, so I'm going to do skill 1, skill 3, skill 2, reset, not calling the super, call in Athena, get the invincibility, break it down, break the meter, but as you can see, you're just not getting that super without that card set. So here, I'm going to go for the big super as much as I can. And then what I'm going to do is call in Mai after the skill, wait for a little bit there at the end, bring in my big super, bomb bomb bomb, he won't break it, and then I'm going to call in Athena, tap that button immediately, she gets hit, takes the hit, not a problem, and we're going to go for the Starlight damage, big free PG, boom boom boom, and then yeah, that's it. Give him a couple more hits, and now we can try to break that meter. It's really not important at this point, but I've done it. I think I always get another super. No, if you're lucky. At this point, if you don't have the super cards, that's it. You need to call in the super. So again, you've got to watch that meter. If that meter is about to run out, if your Mai doesn't have a super, ooh. So a couple of moves here would be nice to build some meter, but that's something you've got to think about. But I would definitely, yeah. Build that meter first so she's got a battery of PG so she can come in, do a couple moves, then go into a super at least. And there we go, swap, swap, swap. And here I'm just like, what happened to the rotation? Don't know, whatever. And is he not getting the super? Just not, it's not happening. So yeah, that's a good point. Sometimes, of course, when you don't have the PG gain, this is a perfectly good time to activate your awakening bar and get yourself some more super so you can get your super, because otherwise you're just sitting around pressing slash button. It's just pointless. So there we go. Those are a couple of tips from me. I've talked now for nearly 40 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that lecture on the guild quest for Rugal Lunatic level. So in conclusion, you're going to need collabs. You're going to need them all to be maxed out as much as possible. You're going to need all the super cards. And if you don't have the cards, well, yeah, good luck to you. I don't think it's going to work out. But hopefully, Battle Syndrome is going to come back. Hopefully, signature fighters or whatever they're called, special signature, are going to come back. So you've got another chance to level them up. If you don't have Starlight, this isn't going to work. If you don't have Mai, or Battle Syndrome Rugal, basically the latest collab fighters, the latest banner fighters, this isn't going to work. I've tried getting it. So if you can find another combination, please let us know in comments, but I don't think so. This is the gacha style game. It wants to reward the people that have spent money or rubies on getting the latest characters. That's what the game is designed for. Everything else is not going to work. So Serina set, 7k set, Tekken set, nah, not really. yeah, good luck. I hope that works out for you. Try to keep that rotation. Try to do my super just before his bar finishes, and then call in Athena, and then you can start all over again. I hope that helps. If you've got any other strats, of course, share with us. Let us know. Maybe there's something I missed. And thanks to everyone in the community for watching and sharing their tips. Okay. See you all next time. Take care, everybody. This is Gunny from Orochinagi.